I moved away without telling my parents first. My mom called me on a random Wednesday asking if I wanted to come over for dinner that weekend. I said I couldn't because I was 3 states away in Colorado. Dead silence for like 10 seconds. See, my parents had this whole plan for my life. I was supposed to work at my dad's accounting firm, marry Jordan from church, buy a house 2 blocks from theirs. They picked out everything. What car I should drive, what job I should take, even what breed of dog I should get when I settled down. A golden retriever, apparently. But I'd been secretly saving money for 2 years. Every paycheck from the firm, I put half into a separate account my parents didn't know about. Told them I was paying off student loans. Meanwhile, I had 12 grand sitting there waiting. The breaking point was when my mom showed me paint samples for a house I never agreed to buy. She'd already talked to a realtor, scheduled viewings, even put down a deposit on this beige nightmare in their neighborhood. I was 26 years old and they were buying me a house. That night I went home and applied to 15 jobs in different states. Got 3 interviews within a week. Took them all during my lunch breaks, sitting in my car in the parking garage with my laptop balanced on the steering wheel. The Denver company offered me the position on a Friday. I accepted immediately. Gave my 2 weeks notice at Dad's firm on Monday morning. He stared at me like I just told him I was joining a cult. Didn't yell, didn't argue, just said okay and walked back to his office. I didn't tell them about Colorado. Not when I signed the lease on my apartment. Not when I hired movers. Not when I packed up my entire life into boxes. My little sister knew because she helped me pack one night, but I made her swear not to say anything. Moving day was a Tuesday. I loaded everything into a rental truck at 6 in the morning. My neighbor asked if I was moving and I just said yeah, new place. Drove 12 hours straight, only stopping for gas and bathroom breaks at rest stops. Got to Denver, unloaded everything into my new place by myself. It took 6 hours. The apartment was tiny, 5th floor walk-up, no elevator. My legs were dead by the end, but it was mine. 3 days later, Mom called about dinner. That's when I told her. She completely lost it. Started yelling about how disrespectful I was, how I'd betrayed the family, how could I just leave without saying anything. Dad got on the phone and said I was making the biggest mistake of my life. Then he hung up. My phone blew up for the next week. Texts from aunts, uncles, cousins I hadn't talked to in years. Everyone had an opinion about what I did. My aunt kept sending me paragraphs about honoring your parents. Uncle tried the whole guilt trip thing about how much they sacrificed for me. I ignored all of it. Started my new job, learned the city, bought furniture from thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace, made friends with my coworkers, went hiking on weekends, ate whatever I wanted for dinner without Mom critiquing my choices. Month 2, Jordan messaged me out of nowhere. Turns out my parents had told everyone we were basically engaged. Jordan had no idea what they were talking about. We'd gone on maybe 3 dates total, all of them awkward as hell. Jordan thought it was hilarious and said good for me for getting out. Month 4, my sister visited. She said Mom cried for weeks, but Dad barely mentioned me at all. Family dinners were apparently super tense now. She also said Mom had to cancel the house deposit and lost 2 grand, which honestly I didn't feel bad about. Month 6, I got promoted. My boss called me into her office and said they were impressed with my work. Gave me a $15,000 raise and a new title. I texted my sister the news and she said congrats. Didn't tell my parents. Then last week something wild happened. I was at a coffee shop downtown when someone tapped my shoulder. It was my dad. He was in Denver for a conference, saw me through the window, decided to come in. We sat down. He ordered black coffee, didn't touch it, asked how I was doing. I told him about the promotion. He nodded, didn't say congratulations or anything. Then he slid an envelope across the table. Inside was a check for $25,000. The deposit from that house, plus extra. He said Mom wanted me to have it, that they sold some stocks. Said maybe I could use it for my own place someday, one I actually picked out. I tried to give it back, but he just stood up and left. Didn't hug me, didn't say goodbye, just walked out of the coffee shop and disappeared into the crowd on the street. I deposited the check the next day, used it as a down payment on a condo in a neighborhood I actually liked, signed the papers yesterday.